but we can continue. Thank you for introducing me. As I mentioned, my name is Tomasz Kowalczyk. I'm the CEO of a company called Neurosys, also a founder of NSFlow, which is our subsidiary company, also product of ours. Neurosys is an IT company specializing in custom software development, machine learning, and augmented reality projects. We are part of or a member of IT Corner, that the organization, the association that Jakub described a moment ago. What I will be talking about today is how you can use augmented reality in managing and sharing knowledge, especially in industrial and manufacturing environment. And why have we chosen this topic, and why am I talking about this specific product? Because this is just one of the products that we offer. Is because in the Chicago area, we know that there is quite a lot of manufacturing companies. Those companies are going through quite a lot of problems, I mean manufacturing in general, and this solution, this product is trying to solve some of those problems, I basically wanted to present what those problems are and how can you solve it with latest technologies, latest tools and information systems. So first of all, what are those problems? Usually in manufacturing, if you ask a manager about what problems is he facing, except technological problems, most problems will be related to the area of knowledge sharing and knowledge management. And some of those problems are high costs of training. It's quite difficult in manufacturing to train employees, to train workers or engineers. That's why something called shadowing is still quite popular in the factories. There is lots of human errors, and those human errors, especially in manufacturing, have quite serious consequences. In case of downtime caused by a human error, the result and the outcome of those downtimes can be real losses in tens of millions of dollars in some cases, if this downtime is not fixed and resolved as soon as possible. There is quite common problem is lack of standards in knowledge transfer. So there is no standardized way and standardized tools allowing and helping with knowledge sharing and knowledge management in this type of companies. And difficult access to information, especially with manufacturing companies where employees are working not in front of a computer, but in a real factory, in a real environment, or somewhere in the field, without direct access to computers. Access to information is even more difficult than normally. That's why, according to some studies done, I think about 2 years ago, amongst engineers working in the factories, most of them are losing more or less 30 to 35% of their time just on trying to find the information that is needed for them to continue their work. Trying to go through specifications, going through manuals or instructions on how to perform a simple task or sometimes complex tasks takes quite a lot of time, and this is time that could be used much better for company or factories' advantage. This is why this problem is quite serious and quite important right now. Right now we are in those times. So in 2020, we still have more than 80 million people from the baby boomers generation. More than 76 million of them will retire by 2022. And amongst them, between 22 and 27% are working in manufacturing. So you can imagine that having so many people and so many employees leaving their retiring and leaving their companies will generate or create serious consequences. Just taking into account that you have around 22 to 27% of workers from the baby boomers generation, you can easily calculate that more than 20 million workers and engineers that are currently working in those factories will retire within the next 2-3 years. and it will be even more in the next 2 or 3 years. A serious problem, because when they retire, they will take a lot of the knowledge, a lot of the experience, and expertise that they acquired during last 20-30 years of work, and there is no way to transfer this knowledge, or there's no simple way, and not a lot of tools that are helping to transfer this knowledge from older generation engineers to latest, the younger generations. And that's first of all, there is no tools that are doing that in a standardized way, or are helping standardize it. And one important factor is also to do it in such a way that makes this knowledge transfer efficient and compelling for and interesting for the newest generations that are entering the market right now. Those will be the employees that will continue doing the same job, and they need to be well trained and introduced to their work. That's why we focused on augmented reality, which can solve most of those problems. Not itself, but this technology allows to get access to information needed at daily work, basically in the work environment where they actually are performing the work. So at the factory, in the field, somewhere outside of the office. And NSFlow as a tool is a software tool allowing to save and store the information and store complex processes, and be able to distribute information about those processes to workers when they are actually doing their work. So the way it works is you get a web tool that allows you to create step-by-step procedures and store it, save it in the system in a standardized way, also allowing you to provide media assets showing you how to execute each step of the procedure. And then by creating it in the system and being able to with the use of augmented reality, you are able to give access to this information to every employee that actually needs it in a scalable and standardized way. I will skip the video because we don't have that much time showing how this looks like for the end user from user's perspective, but basically it allows to create procedures, either training procedures or servicing procedures that allow employee to be guided step by step with additional information being displayed in front of his eyes while he is actually doing the work. One other benefit of the system is having augmented reality headset on your head while working allows you to access get help from remote experts when you actually need it. So, for example, in case of a malfunction in the factory, you can get instant help from someone who has more experience than you do. And basically have two people working on solving the problem rather than just people that are available in this factory that encountered this problem. So this is also something that can be used for remote training or supervision of training of multiple people by a single instructor. So there is quite a lot more features regarding remote support, regarding remote trainings, automating trainings. The most important is that it allows you to store knowledge in a digital way and distribute it to other users in the organization, either through a web application or through augmented reality tools, headsets, mobile devices, and other devices. It allows you to reduce training costs by replacing human trainers with augmented reality step-by-step guidelines. It gives you easier access to information and allows you to use remote support. Here are the glasses or remote augmented reality headsets that we currently support. So starting with HoloLens 1 and 2, RealWear glasses, Vuzix glasses, Google glasses, or mobile devices, tablets, and mobile phones. We continuously add support for additional devices that show up on the market, so the list grows constantly. And yeah, and that's it. This is what we are looking for in the American market in the Chicago area. We have a few American customers already. We are looking for potential customers, potential investors as well, but also partners willing to help us with looking for customers in the American market, especially in Chicago area. So in case of any questions, I'm happy to answer them. Thank you for the time, and have a great rest of the day and rest of the conference.